Hi, I'm Meg, back again, cooking in the air fryer. This afternoon I'm going to show you how to make crab rangoon. It's one of my favorite appetizers when we call out for Chinese food. I love crab rangoon, and I'm going to show you how to make them. You can make them really, really good in the air fryer. So let's get started without further ado. Oh, by the way, if you're liking my videos and you like this recipe, please hit that subscribe button below and give me a like. All right, here we go. So what I have here, I have 6 ounces of softened cream cheese in a bowl. And I have about 4 to 5 ounces of nice lump crab meat. I've already gone through this, made sure there were no shells or anything like that. So I'm going to pop that crab meat right in here with the cream cheese. And I'm going to give that a little stir so we get that dispersed. And then probably one of the most important ingredients besides crab and crab rangoon are scallions or green onions, whatever you want to call them. So I have about 2 that I have chopped up very finely. And I'm going to put them in there. And I also have just about a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And put that in. I have a little bit of granulated garlic that I'm going to put in here. And I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt. I'm using the pink Himalayan sea salt, which I really like, but you can use any kind of salt you have. I'm just going to kind of salt and pepper to taste. But instead of using black pepper, I'm going to use a little bit of white pepper for this. And white pepper is a little bit spicier than black pepper, so I'm going to go really easy. I just didn't want to see those black pepper flakes in the filling. Yeah, see, that's about all you need. It goes really, really easy on that. And I'm just going to get this all stirred up. Get this incorporated real quick. It's great if you have your cream cheese softened. I left mine sitting out for about 45 minutes before I started this. And then I found that I had to put it in the microwave for about 10-15 seconds just to finish up the job. All right, so we got a nice mix incorporated here. Now I'm going to show you how to actually make the crab rangoon. So I'm going to get 2 teaspoons out of my drawer. Clean this off the spoon here. Put that away. If you will notice over here, I've got some wonton wrappers laid out. These are Dynasty wonton wrappers. They were actually the only ones I could find in the grocery store. And also the crab meat I wanted to mention was the only kind that I could find in the grocery store as well. It's canned crab meat, but it is the lump crab. With all these supply chain problems, I guess, it's hard to get all the ingredients that we are used to. So anyway, the first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to wet that. I just have some plain water in this little ramekin here, and I'm going to wet all 4 sides of the wonton wrapper to make that sticky. Just going to get all 4 sides of each wrapper here. I love these silicone brushes. I remember the days of the brushes that were made out of hair. They were good for about the first time you used them, and then they were gross. But I love these brushes. They get really, they're really easy to use. Okay, so I'm going to take my 2 spoons, and it's kind of like making cookies. I'm going to take about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half, and I'm going to put it in the center of each of the wonton wrappers. it's gonna be really hard not to put too much, but try to contain yourselves, because what we don't want is these popping all out inside the air fryer. All right, so I'm gonna show you now how I do this. I bring two edges together, and then I'm gonna bring up this edge and just kind of squeeze it. Make sure I got a nice seal on that. Put a little bit more water in here. Kind of glue that down. See that? Looks like a nice little crab rangoon, right? So I'm going to do that with these. Show you one more. So I'm going to kind of pat that down. Bring this one up. Pat it down. Bring this side up. Pat it down. See that? It's pretty good, right? All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on going with these. This recipe makes about, well, depending on your kind of ratio of crab to cream cheese, it makes about anywhere from 20 to 25 crab rangoons. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and we'll be back to put them in the air fryer in a second. With our crab rangoons, I've made them as many as I think will fit in the air fryer. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my air fryer and take out the basket. And I'm going to grab I've got a Misto sprayer for oil. I have extra virgin olive oil in this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray the bottom of the basket, and then I'm going to pop these in here. I'm going to, depending on your air fryer, I'm going to cook mine at 375 for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to open up you don't want to crowd them. Then I'm going to open the air fryer up, and I'm going to turn them over, and I'm going to cook them for another, anywhere from, I don't know, 2 to 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, just so until you find them as crispy as you want them. And it's going to be really hard for you to resist, really. So, put my basket in there, turn it on, bring my temp to 375, and my time to 10 minutes. Oops. We'll see what they look like when they come out. Okay, hi, our air fryer just let us know that our 10 minutes were up. And so I want to take them out. Wow, these look super crispy. See that? So these are not going to need very much more time at all. But I am going to turn them over, because on the bottom they're not that crisp. So I'm going to try and turn these over. They are very hot. Okay. What I did forget to tell you earlier was you should probably, I know I sprayed down the basket with olive oil, but I wanted to spray some on the top of the crab rangoons as well. So I did take that. I did pause it and put a little oil on them while we weren't filming. So now I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the bottom side, And I think these are going to be done in about, I'm going to say 2 minutes. So I'm going to put these in for 2 minutes. We'll be right back with you. Thanks. Okay, so here's our crab rangoons all finished up. They actually ended up only taking about another 1.5 minutes in the air fryer. So I'm just going to get these out onto a plate real quick. And I like to serve these with a couple different things. I really like Frank's Red Hot Chili Sauce. Love that stuff. Put that stuff on everything. And I also like, besides Frank's, I also really like the Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A, which they now sell in 8-ounce bottles. So I like to have those with them as well. All right. Now I can tell these are going to be super hot, but I want to taste one while while we're filming here. I want to taste one so you can see how good they are. Oh, wow. This is delicious. They're super hot. Oh. Sorry. These are really, really good. Just as good as my favorite Chinese restaurant and better than most. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you liked it, please hit subscribe, give it a like. Try these crab rangoons in your air fryer. You will love them, I promise. Have a great night.